All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that huge gap between the English you learn in a textbook and the English people actually speak in the real world. Today, we're going to build a bridge across that gap.
You've been there, right? You spend hours, maybe even years with the books. You know the grammar rules inside and out. But then a native speaker starts talking at normal speed and poof, it all just turns into a fast-moving blur of sound. It feels like you're constantly playing catch-up.
And here's why. It's because classroom English is, well, it's clean, it's slow, everything's pronounced perfectly, it's pretty formal. But real-world English, it's the complete opposite. It's fast, it's messy, words blend together, and it's jam-packed with slang and idioms you are never going to find in a grammar book.
This leads to what I call the textbook trap. It's that super frustrating place where you can ace a written test, no problem, but your progress just completely stalls out because you haven't trained your ear for the rapid-fire chaos of real speech. It's this listening gap where so many amazing learners get stuck.
But here is the really good news. There is a way out. And your most powerful secret weapon is probably already on your phone. It's the Humble Podcast. It is, without a doubt, the ultimate tool for building your bridge to real-world fluency.
So what makes them so powerful? It really comes down to four things. You get authenticity. These are real, unscripted conversations. You train your ear for real speed. You pick up on cultural currency, the modern slang and idioms people are using right now. And you get exposed to a huge global variety of accents.
Now, one of the biggest hurdles that podcasts help you leap over is something called connected speech. That's just the technical term for how native speakers kind of melt their words together. We don't pronounce every single word separately. It's what makes our speech fluid and fast.
Here's a perfect example. In your textbook, you see 5 separate words. Did you eat yet? But in a real conversation, what you're going to hear sounds more like one mashed up word. Did you eat yet? See? If your brain is only trained for the textbook version, the real version is going to fly right by you.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Great, I'll just put podcasts on in the background while I clean the house. But if you really want to escape the trap, passive listening just isn't going to cut it. You have to be a bit more strategic. Think of it like this. Passive listening is like going to the gym and just watching other people work out. Sure, you're in the right environment, but you're not actually building any muscle. To get results, you've got to do the workout yourself. And for us, that means active listening. So let's get into the workout plan. This is the art of active listening. It's a simple but incredibly powerful method to squeeze the absolute most learning out of every single minute you listen. At the heart of this is the multi-listen method. You're going to listen to the same short clip 3 times, but each time with a totally different mission. First, you listen for the gist, the main idea. Second, you hunt for new vocabulary. And third, you analyze the mechanics to see how it all works.
Okay, let's break down that first pass. Your only goal here is to answer one simple question. What was that conversation basically about? And here's the #1 rule. Do not pause the audio. I know it's tempting, but this forces your brain to learn how to keep up with the natural flow, just like in real life.
Now for the third pass, this is where you bring in your superpower, the transcript. A transcript makes the invisible visible. It connects all those fast, blurry sounds you heard to the actual words on the page. You can finally see exactly where that connected speech is happening. It's a game changer. Okay, so you've got active listening down, you're taking in all this great information. Now let's talk about turning that input into output. Let's talk about the single most powerful speaking practice you can do all by yourself.
The technique is called shadowing, and it's basically what it sounds like. You speak along with the recording in real time, just a split second behind them, like an echo. Your goal isn't just to say the words, it's to copy everything, the pronunciation, the rhythm, the intonation. Think of it as a workout for your mouth.
Now, shadowing is fantastic, but it can be really hard to know if you're doing it right. So what if there was a way to get instant, brutally honest feedback on your own pronunciation? You can. Record yourself. It's that simple. Use your phone, hit record while you're shadowing a short clip. Then listen back. Play the original, then play your version. The comparison is, well, it's undeniable. You will instantly hear where your rhythm is a little off or where your pronunciation isn't quite there. It is the fastest way to self-correct.
Now, all of this can be challenging. It's so easy to get discouraged when things feel hard. So let's talk about having the right mindset to push through those really common learning hurdles.
I really want you to remember this. Frustration is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that you are learning.
It means you're pushing your brain out of its comfort zone to build new pathways. That feeling of difficulty, that is the feeling of growth.
So here are some quick tactics. If a podcast just feels way too fast, listen to it once at 0.75x speed, then immediately listen again at normal speed. Your brain will adjust. If you come across unknown words, fight the urge to pause. Try to guess from context first. And when it comes to new accents, just focus on one new one for a month at a time. This brings us to a really big point about goals. A lot of learners think their goal should be to understand 100% of everything they hear.
But listen, aiming for 100% is just a recipe for disappointment. Even native speakers mishear things all the time. Your real goal should just be understanding the main ideas, getting the gist. If you can understand 70 to 80% of what's going on, that is a massive victory. Celebrate that. Look, this whole journey is a marathon, not a sprint. You have to trust the process. And remember, every single minute you spend doing this kind of focused, active listening is like laying another brick in the foundation of your fluency. It all adds up. So, what's next? I've got a mission for you. This week, find a podcast you like, pick just one single sentence from it, and practice shadowing it a few times. That's it. That small, simple step is how it all begins.